TV that are coming out of our leaders' mouths. Like, how do we know what to say to our children? It's a lot of confusion out there.
Yeah. Well, our article is starting the conversation, Elizabeth Bernstein. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
An American pastor is back in the U.S. after spending 2 years detained in Turkey. Pastor Andrew Brunson is here in Studio 57 with his wife. There's more straight ahead on CBS This Morning.
Now, your Eyewitness News Morning Update.
Good morning. The time is now 8:25. Police in Naugatuck are warning parents about a suspicious car approaching kids. Police say they are looking for the driver of a blue work van with tinted windows that approached two boys at a bus stop yesterday morning. They told police they heard a male voice ask if they wanted candy. It happened in the area of New Street and Hillside Avenue. Police are now investigating. If you have any information, you're being asked to contact police. All right, here's Scott.
Temperatures are still in the mid-40s out there, which is a little cool, but nonetheless pretty close to normal. We had some 50s along the shoreline, but those numbers have now faded away into the mid to upper 40s. So it's a little breezy out there, and look what's coming. I mean, look at the nation, how cold it is. 43 in Louisville. That's a warmer temperature compared to 37 in St. Louis and 29 in Kansas City. All of that cold air is making its way towards Connecticut, and it will be here by Thursday. We're calling for highs only in the upper 40s. So take a look at the 7-day, maybe a sprinkle or a brief shower tomorrow afternoon as a cold front arrives, and behind that cold front, much colder air for Thursday. We rebound nicely for Friday, and then Saturday afternoon, maybe a shower or a sprinkle. Not a big deal at this point. It's not going to be a washout, but there will be clouds around and a scattered shower, and then Sunday looks like the better of the two weekend days. 8:26, Nicole's up next.
Now, early warning pinpoint traffic, driven by your Connecticut Chevy.
All right, good morning, everyone. A few things out there. First, we are following two different crashes, one in Cromwell, 91 northbound, right around exit 22, just came into the Pinpoint Traffic Center. One in East Lyme, 95 northbound, right around exit 73. And we are also tracking, of course, what's going on in Tolland, 84 westbound. The right and center lanes still remain closed right between exits 69 to 68. We'll keep you posted on the Channel 3 app. Have a great morning.
As a cardiologist, I focus on healthy weight loss, and that starts in the kitchen.
I went from a size 16 to a size 10. I love the way I look.
She looks amazing and is living a healthier life.
Medi Weight Loss, now accepting insurance.
When I throw a party, I tend to go a little bit overboard. I invite a ton of people, and usually they all show. So when I designed my backyard to focus around the pool, I called Aquapool. Aquapool is known for their truly self-cleaning pool systems, so I let the exclusive Aquapool cleaning system keep my pool clean 7 days a week. That way I can concentrate on planning the party. If your backyard is ready to be upgraded to a private oasis, there's only one call you need to make: Aquapool.
I'm here for you, I'm there for you.
All across Connecticut, doctors are teaming up with your neighborhood health plan to bring you Connecticare's $0 Passage Plan 1 Medicare Advantage Plan. For a $0 monthly premium, you get a plan with no deductibles, no co-pays for primary care visits, the Silver Sneakers Fitness Program. This plan even includes comprehensive dental coverage. That's right, no extra premium for dental. Plus, eyewear and hearing aid allowances. All of this can add up to fewer worries, because you get the care you need at a price you can afford.
I'm here for you, I'm there for you.
Call now. We'll go over all our plans, including 2 more $0 premium plans with dental coverage. The Medicare annual election period ends December 7th. Call today to see which Connecticut plan works for you. 1-855-432-3554. Connecticut.
At Bi-Carrier, we're always striving to find new, innovative ways to build a better home and a more energy-efficient home.
Energy efficiency is at the heart of the building process rather than an afterthought. We test the energy efficiency of every single home at the end of the building process, and we consistently score a 5-star plus rating.
People are amazed by how much they save in utility bills when they own a Bi-Carrier home. A Bi-Carrier Energy Smart home means you save money.
I chose Medi Weight Loss because it's medically supervised, clinically proven, and they created a plan just for me.
Just like we'll do for you.
60 pounds.
Lose weight, eating real food.
Medi Weight Loss, now accepting insurance.
This mystery lands NCIS deep in the woods.
I got blood.
Dad!
No one else needs to die.
A new NCIS. Then,
how do you want to proceed?
one shot could change them forever.
Time to shine.
The new drama FBI after new NCIS. CBS tonight.
I've seen Jaws a million times. Never gonna unsee this.
Catching this killer puts the T-Man over their heads.
You're gonna give me the gun.
NCIS New Orleans, new tonight.
Oh, she passed. That's Chicago legal intern Ariel Williams breaking down in happy tears after learning that she passed the Illinois bar exam. The video of her reaction has been viewed more than 3.5 million times on Facebook. Williams was the first person on her mother's side to graduate from college. She went on to earn a law degree from DePaul University. Williams told our Chicago station WBBM why passing the bar is so important.
So many people in my life will go in and out of prison and not have adequate defense or couldn't afford a good attorney. I wanted to represent them. I wanted to work for them.
What a role model. Williams will officially become an attorney when she's sworn in next month. She had 2 jobs at one time, applied to 8 law schools, retook the LSATs, and then got into every single one of those 8 schools that she applied to.
Well, you can tell how much it means to her.
Yes, yeah, I'm very proud of her.
Yeah. You know how much studying that takes, not only to get into law school, then, you know, pass the LSATs, then pass the bar. Good for her.
Yes.
Well deserved.
Yeah. May it be contagious. Welcome back to CBS This Morning. Right now, it's time to show you some of this morning's headlines. The Bangor Daily News reports a letter that claimed to be contaminated with ricin was sent yesterday to the home of Republican Senator Susan Collins in Bangor, Maine. A hazmat team investigated her house. Preliminary tests indicated that there was no threat to the public or to the senator. Collins has been the target of attacks before and since she cast a vote this month to confirm Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court.
The Washington Post reports on what scientists call a hyper-alarming study that shows a massive decline in the insect population. Research shows in the past 35 years, the number of insects, such as beetles and bees, has decreased by 45%. 1/3 of the world's plant crops need insect pollination. The study published in the journal PNAS also says the population of insect-eating frogs and birds could plummet as a result.
USA Today looks at the 132-year legacy of Sears. The retailer filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection yesterday. In 1927, Sears began selling the first Kenmore washing machine. Remember the avocado model in green? Who didn't like that one? No. We had one of those in 2002. It acquired the Lands' End Clothing Company. Sears created Allstate Insurance, which began offering auto insurance back in 1931. And the Sears Tower, once the nation's tallest building, served as the retailer's headquarters.
And the Wall Street Journal reports on a robot that can do what many kids cannot or won't clean their rooms. The Japanese startup Preferred Network showed off a robot that can pick up toys and clothes from the floor and put them in their proper places. The company also plans to sell robots that can put dirty plates in the dishwasher. No word on when the household helpers will be available. Soon they'll be making robots who can do the parenting, apparently, as well.
We're not giving up that job.
I know.
An American pastor detained in Turkey for 2 years is beginning to readjust to life back here in the United States. Pastor Andrew Brunson was charged with espionage and links to a terrorist organization in 2016. The indictment against the pastor says he worked to convert Kurds to Christianity in order to sow discord in Turkey. He denies any wrongdoing. A Turkish court sentenced him to prison on Friday, but released him on time served. Brunson lived in Turkey for more than 20 years and oversaw a Presbyterian church. President Trump welcomed him to the White House over the weekend, just after his return. Pastor Brunson joins us with his wife, Noreen, at the table. We're so glad you're here, so glad you're safe.
Welcome home. Thank you.
Welcome home indeed. So you all had gone to fill out some paperwork, and you were arrested and told what?
We were told we were a threat to national security and would be deported, but then we waited to be deported, and they didn't. And eventually, well, they kept me for 2 years.
And what were you thinking, Andrew, when you're told you're a threat to national security? What were you doing there?
Well, we were very shocked because we had spent 23 years working very openly, telling people about Jesus, helping refugees, things like that. So we hadn't done anything that would harm national security. We were just telling people about Jesus.
Did you ever think what you were doing would land you in prison, that it was dangerous?
Not that it would land us in prison. We're the first ones who've experienced that in Turkey in a long time.
And Noreen, what were they telling you?
Same thing. We were together. So we were arrested together and held together initially for, I was there 13 days and then released suddenly.
And after that release, though, what was that like?
A lot of uncertainty, not knowing if I could remain in the country. I wanted to stay with him until this was all done. Just a lot of difficulty, a lot of ups and downs during that time.
What did you think was happening to him? Were you all able to communicate with each other during that time? What did you think?
Very little. Very little.
So you knew he was safe?
He was moved. There were just so many question marks. What's happening? Silence. We're not told what's going on, what's going to happen.
I was very isolated in prison. I was for some time in solitary confinement, and then in another prison that was quite overcrowded. And I was
overcrowded like how?
Well, we were a cell for 8 people and had over 20 people there.
In the cell for 8?
Yes, yes. And there was very little contact with the outside, so I could see Noreen, for example, 35 minutes a week through glass, talking by phone. And so she actually is very strong and had to take me through this emotionally and spiritually. She was the only one I could receive truth from. And so when she would come in, she would encourage me, and that's what would keep me going through the next week.
Pastor Brunson, much has been written about you, and we followed your imprisonment for the past 2 years. Do you believe you were a pawn in what has been called hostage diplomacy, that the Turkish government held you as part of an effort to exchange you for another prisoner here?
Well, people have certainly written that. President Trump and